Am I Daniel from 2 years ago? Because I just said goodbye to Brooklyn, the Big Brother player. That is, I couldn't remember if it was 2 years ago,
It's about
three
that.
years
It's pretty
ago,
good.
but very sad week. We just lost Brooklyn, and I like Brooklyn. I didn't really remember too much from Brooklyn the first time around. I thought she was all right, but I enjoyed her. I thought she was a lot of fun this go around.
I think she's awful.
Awful in what sense?
She just like she talks a really big game in like the talking heads and shit, and like even out the door, like to Julie, but like she sucks.
I've heard Quinn postseason be like, Brooklyn was really good. I really admired Brooklyn's game, and that made me feel like she must have had something going
That's
on.
very diplomatic of Quinn to say.
I trust Quinn's opinions, but
His opinions.
that's good. He does like to
Thank
make
you.
little puns like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like Jen, remember Jen from
Gen City.
not Gen City,
I
Genius and Genuine. She
don't
had
remember
shirts.
that.
Big Brother
Oh
8,
yeah, I kind
Jen.
of do remember that.
That's pretty legendary.
Jen. I loved Jen.
She had the tea dumped on her head by
Yeah.
Dick.
I got the cigarette put out on her.
That's true. Pretty a sad
Mm-hmm.
experience. Should have brought her
Mm-hmm.
back for a second time.
Agreed. Agreed.
But what was that? What was up with Brooklyn on her way out? She was like, "I'll know. You guys will never know what team my husband plays for."
Yeah.
What
I
is that?
was
I tried looking it up, and I sort of
Is he a
found
sports
something.
star?
She made it seem like that. I think she was really like hyping it up in a way that wasn't that true. It looked like he was like on like an Olympic team once,
That's
but I couldn't
all
really find a
right.
lot of information about it. I don't know. But he's
Who
not like a.
cares, man? It's
But
not
he's a
like it's
basketball
fucking
player.
Frankie Grande.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't that big a deal. I think that's why she was didn't tell him because they would be like, that's not even true. So she waited till on her way out. But anyway, I liked Brooklyn. We'll talk about it. We're starting off with episode 16. Uh, we got the wall competition. That was fun.
Yeah, firewall.
Firewall.
Because everything has to be AI related.
That's just clever. Firewall.
Firewall, like that movie with Harrison Ford and I think Paul Bettany. Um,
Okay.
you,
Paul
you ever
Bettany's
saw
in that.
Firewall?
No. I saw
Oh
Paul Bettany
boy.
this week though. In Here. Robert Zemeckis is here.
Oh yeah.
He plays Tom
How's
Hanks's
that?
father.
You famously said, I don't see how this could be bad.
Boy, was I mistaken. No, I mean some people like it. Well, I mean, we'll talk about it.
All right.
Then
You
more
want me
for me.
to get into my notes here?
I would love that. I don't know if you have anything before the wall competition. I think I
Uh
do.
yeah. All right. Brooklyn. Oh, this is 26-16.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
Numbers are getting real big at this point.
Yeah. Brooklyn rallied to vote out Rabina on the live show. We see some of that.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. She even told Rubina, like, you're going home. Then
Yeah,
Rubina didn't go home.
I know. And then it's Brooklyn, Chelsea, and Cam. They were on the wrong side of the vote. All right.
And almost Joseph. But he like
Oh, he
saw
switched at the last
that was
minute. Yeah.
crazy.
He read some body
Good
language.
for Joseph.
Yeah. I
I don't
told you he's good.
I don't know how true his diary rooms are though, because he's always like, I threw this competition to like make my.
He 100% threw that competition.
But he is the most unathletic person I've ever seen in the Big Brother house. The way he moves his limbs, he has no
Yeah.
control over his arms or his legs. He's like, I don't know. He like even if he tried, I think he might be worse than if he didn't try.
Fair enough. But
He's talking a big game too.
I think he could have stayed on there 10 minutes longer. You know.
I don't know. 10
Anyway,
minutes longer. He lasted 7 minutes. I bet he could have
yeah,
gone 20 minutes.
there you go.
Yeah.
It was a pretty short wall competition, though,
Like,
right?
yeah, even like if McKenzie's lasting 18 minutes, I don't think Joseph's going to last 18 minutes.
Yeah, fair enough. Though I feel like they made it harder this year, not in terms of like the fucking like all this shit they squirted on him.
Yeah.
Like it seemed more challenging
I always
than
think it's the
past wall
same.
competitions. I don't think so because I've seen wall competitions last hours and like this one like there were genuinely athletic people dropping out at like 20 minutes.
I think it's just, is it the caliber people we cast? Is it just like ethic of the people in there today. Like they don't want it that bad.
I don't think so.
I don't know what it is, but I don't think the challenges are harder.
This
I think
one,
they're easier, if anything.
I think in general that's true, but I think specifically this wall challenge, it was like they were trying to get people off.
And Tucker, according to this, he lasts 30 minutes and he tells Quinn he only could have gone for about 45 more. So if
Yeah,
Tucker's only going for an hour, 15 minutes max, it must be pretty hard.
that's
But
what
I
I'm
just don't,
saying.
I don't, it doesn't translate to me on the
Can
screen,
I
I
ask you a
guess.
question?
Yeah.
Is Tucker like one of the best challenge performers in Big Brother history?
I mean, we just saw Michael last season and Michael won like powers of veto. Is
But
he better than Michael even?
at this, Julie said at one point he's won 6 out of the last 8 challenges he's competed in.
The AI arena is a 1 in 3 shot though. And he was played against Lisa, Kenny, Angelo
All right, but
twice.
still, that's a pretty impressive stat.
No, of course, of course. But I mean, they're throwing in an extra competition also. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think he's the
God,
best. I'll say he's not the best.
you're all about downplaying people today. I'm trying to talk up some of my guys,
I think the best
my
is
the critics.
yeah,
I'm talking up the
your favorite
critics.
alliance.
Yeah,
I think the best challenge competitor we've seen, it might be Rachel Riley. I think if I had to put
wow.
my money on somebody, it would probably be her or Janelle.
I think Rachel's better than Janelle.
What about Frank?
Challenge wise.
Frank's probably underrated at this point. Lost the time. Frank, Big Brother 14,
Oh,
won all those competitions.
Frank Udy.
Boogie and Frank, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's fair, but I mean, he screwed up his legacy when he came back.
it's true. The others I think that would be considered Danielle Donato. She was always really good. And Jag. Jag in his season won a bunch of
I don't
competitions.
remember him being that great.
Yeah, I think he
was
might have broke the record before Michael did. Like he broke the record and then Michael broke Jag's record right after.
Wow.
But Jag also got voted out and then came back. So I kind of don't count his whole season. You have to.
You're talking
I'm kidding.
shit today.
I'm
You're
talking a big
a
game.
lot of shit.
I'm talking a big game.
Yeah, you sound like Brooklyn.
I
Yeah.
don't mean what I'm saying.
All right. Brooklyn is butthurt about the whole affair. She says she doesn't get mad, she gets even, which is one of the most annoying things people say on reality shows.
Sounds cool in a movie. I don't get mad. I get even.
No, I'd be like, that's a cliche. I've heard that a million times. You can't say that in a movie anymore.
But once they like prove it, I'm like, well, they proved it. But if they don't prove it, then they're just again talking.
She didn't prove it.
She did. I guess you're right. She didn't.
She pretty much got
She's
mad.
gone.
She did not get even, unless you count throwing her like Tucker's clothes on the floor.
Blaming Quinn. She didn't blame Quinn. He just took the fall for it.
Yeah, he took the hit. All right. Quinn cries. It was interesting to see vulnerable Quinn after that vote. I thought he handled the conversation with Chemo and T-Corp pretty well, though.
Yeah, I think so too. He brings up like, from my own sanity, did you guys leave me out because you don't trust me, or because my vote didn't even matter?
That was a really good way to present it.
He's talked about how he viewed them as really empathetic people, and so he thought they'd be really empathetic players. So he really tried to like play to that. Like, for my own sanity, just like be real with me. Come on. For
my own sanity, I don't think I've ever heard someone use that.
It's really good.
It's really clever. Yeah,
I really like the way Quinn plays.
Mm-hmm. All right, wall competition. We got it. Firewall. Angela falls in 3 minutes. She gets a really funny edit where she's like in the diary room saying like, "I'm about to win my third HOH." Yeah,
it happens a lot these days. I don't know if you really are aware of that.
No, I am. Big Brother's been good at that for a while.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else here really got that, but Angela for sure did. How many were have-nots? They said the first few to fall were have-nots. I didn't really get that.
Yeah, I didn't.
4 was what I wrote down. That's what I assumed.
I mean, we know Angela because she couldn't eat her charcuterie.
Oh, legendary. That's so good. I almost forgot about that.
It's like Muffin Gate, kind of.
A little bit, but this was right in front of her face.
Yeah, man. That extra.
Yeah. It might be worse
insult to injury. Yeah, that's what I think.
So which one was worse, though?
I think this is worse.
Okay, so you don't agree then?
Oh wait, what did you say?
Not knowing, like Jasmine didn't know who did it, and she was just like paranoid for weeks and weeks. Who did it? It was Turner.
I don't know. To see someone do it in
She could have
front
left
of
the
you,
room though.
like she did. She went
She's
into the.
laying in the living room. She wanted to hear it.
I
What's she
know, but
doing?
I felt that. I felt that her laying in the living room.
You don't
I
want to
was
miss out
like,
on it.
I've been there.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
Um,
It reminded
yeah,
me of like when I first quit drinking and like I'd be at a party and people would be drinking.
you would like stick around just to
Like,
enjoy it.
I would just go on the floor and fucking be bummed.
Oh, you should have left. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, I had to. It's at times.
Yeah,
Um. All right. So, what do we got? Chemo. He doesn't last much longer than
not
Angela.
even 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then it's like Chelsea, Joseph, and Leah fall pretty early. It comes down to Tucker, Quinn, and Cam.
That's right.
And then Cam falls, and it's Tucker versus Quinn. This is another case of this season getting insanely lucky with outcomes and challenges like that.
Why? You think it's lucky that Tucker won?
No, just like that's the most interesting
Oh,
possible like head to head
right.
we could have
Absolutely.
gotten.
Shout out to Cam, I guess, for being like a bigger guy. Like he's probably more muscular than Tucker, and he made it down to the final three.
Tucker's a
But
pretty big guy too. He's probably
yeah,
the biggest dude to ever win this one.
Tucker has like a swimmer's type body. Not he's not like built like a football player like
But
Cam
he's
is.
tall. Tall guys have a hard time with this challenge. You know who's got a
That's fair.
swimmer body and is fucking tall? Brendan Viegas.
That's
And
true.
he fucking sucked at this
He
challenge.
might have been a swimming coach actually,
There you go.
at the time. It's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that challenge where Rachel was like, "Good job, Brendan. You did good." And then her diary room was like, "He fucking sucked. That
Is
was
that not
terrible."
that challenge?
That's the challenge. Same challenge.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that was like the big paint can going around in a circle,
Oh, yeah. That's
and the
classic.
paintbrush was like, psh, psh, psh.
That was a good challenge.
Mhm.
I remember Maddie being really pissed off in that challenge. Like, my fucking alliance sucks.
Yeah, he had to win it for
I gotta
everybody.
win everything.
He kept having to do that.
Yeah. That was a great season.
Oh
13?
yeah, 12, 12,
12, sorry. Yeah, 12.
13.
13's Rachel.
Rachel,
First Rachel.
second Rachel,
Second
12
Rachel.
is first Rachel,
Oh, yeah, of course.
and then she went back and did it and won again.
Yeah,
Well, won for the
okay.
first time.
Right. And then 14's Ian and returning players.
Yep.
12 is also first uh Brittany, and then she
Mhm.
comes back in 14.
Yep. Good job.
All right, I got my bearings now.
Yeah. Great
All
job.
right. We got Tucker wins, and he's very cocky about it.
He is. He loves winning.
Yeah,
So
he
much.
really does.
He's sort of like what they'd call a sore winner, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, that's very fair. Yeah. I mean, Rachel kind of is too.
Yeah, it's fun on Big Brother. I enjoy it. I
Yeah.
hate being a player playing against that. Like that would drive me nuts, but it's good. But also when you're that type of competitive person, you like to rub it in because you know how annoying it is when someone does it to you. So when you have the opportunity to do it to someone, you do it because it also can mess with the other people's performance. Like it
True.
can like fuck them up a little bit. But Tucker said he was a D1 wrestling recruit. Tucker should be in the WWE. He'd be amazing. Like the character plus if he has the talent, he'd
I
be so
agree.
good.
Yeah,
Tucker.
he'd be like a better Mr. Spectacular.
Yeah, way smaller though. I'm not sure they have the same skill sets.
Yeah, but maybe he's athletic. He could
Right.
jump around, do flippies.
I'd love to see it. He should.
Let's get him in there. Chad Gable could be his manager. It'd
He's
be
like
good.
30, 31. Is that usually when you can start getting into wrestling?
I mean, they usually start earlier than that, but
Right.
a lot of times guys don't hit big until they're like mid to late 30s. So
Yeah. So
he could still do it.
yeah, but that yeah, that was cool.
All right. What do we got? Sad Quinn is so sad.
Quinn. Yeah.
It's the
I
saddest
lost. But
Quinn.
they're like, you beat everyone else. You did it. I would hate that if they're like, you did it. If I'm Quinn, I'm like, I didn't do it. I literally lost. You're telling me I did it just because I beat everyone except the guy I wanted to beat. Fuck you
Yeah.
guys. But they're being nice.
I get it. They're trying to be nice,
But that's annoying. That's
but
annoying.
he's just so sad.
I get it.
It's the saddest Quinn.
I liked Brooklyn's pep talk in the bathroom though. Like, we need you. Like, you have to fucking lock in right now. And he's like, you're right, Brooklyn. You're right, Brooklyn. Um, I thought that was cool.
Big Brooklyn fan. Got a little crush on her?
No, I think she'd be like not the type of person I get along with in real life, but
Oh yeah. I mean, she's constantly talking about being a mom from Texas. And I'm like, those are two things that do not endear me to you.
right, right. My mom was a mom from Texas and I hate her.
There
So
you go.
if that's any correlation there.
It's
But
so weird how like people now they just feel the need to group themselves. Like I need
yeah,
to be like part of something,
I don't
you
want to
know?
be my job or where I'm from or anything like that. I just want to
I
be
know
Logan.
I never thought about my Judaism until like a couple of years ago, really. And then it was like, then under Trump it became like you're not white anymore as a Jew.
Oh wow.
So like I now I kind of think of myself as that part, that
Is that a
group.
box you have to check?
I don't know,
It's a
but
religion. It's not like a
it's yeah, I know, but the way it's thought of in society, I think, has
right.
changed. But if you're just like a white lady, you can't just say like I'm a mom. Like this is
Yeah, you
for
can. That's what
moms.
they've done.
That's not a group.
They've taken that.
You're not a disenfranchised group if
Yeah,
you're
you
a
have to be a soccer
mom.
mom.
She's like, I'm a mom with 3 kids and a husband.
Yeah, she wanted to be the
I'm doing it for all the moms with kids and husbands. I'm like, that's all people.
no,
That's
it's not.
most people.
I don't think that's most people. It's some people. It's definitely a
That's like the
group.
standard though.
It's definitely a group, but it's weird to take ownership over that group, like and like make that your thing. Because
Yeah.
just play the game as Brooklyn. Like I would like you so much more.
It's insane. Like
That's definitely my least favorite thing about her. But I do think she I would in the game, I think I would work with her. I do think so.
it's like being like, I'm doing this for all the white high school graduates with dark hair. All right. I'm doing it for us.
I'm doing it for all the people who didn't get glasses until they were in high school.
Yeah. I'm doing it for all the people that had braces a while back.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. It really
Mm-hmm.
stuck through it. It's just so
All
weird.
the
But now
circumcised
it's like a
men.
thing. Now it's a thing. You have to like you have to do it. You do it. You have to represent.
I hate it.
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't do it that. I wouldn't give a shout out in the diary room when I go to vote. I'd be like the most big brother player of all time. I'm just there to play the
I
game.
wouldn't give a shout out in the I might have come up with something like shout out to my dogs from the crib.
I might just steal that.
I was so sad he was on the block this week.
Yeah, he didn't even say it in his speech either. He was
Yeah.
embarrassed, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the worst part of the week, I think.
Yeah, it was. That was a disappointment. I was
Mhm.
looking forward to it as always. All right, the tanks. You remember
Yeah, we
them?
in Sixth Avenue. We create
Yeah,
Sixth
yeah,
Avenue.
yeah.
This
We're
was
gonna
fun.
pull in Joseph, and now we're their Sixth Avenue.
Yeah. And
I don't know why.
I
I mean,
don't know really
Sixth
either.
Avenue isn't really like a notable avenue.
But it was so weird. Like they were sitting in there as the tanks. They're like, let's go get Joseph. They bring him in. They're like, this is the new group. And he just buys it hook, line, and sinker. He's like, all right, I've got a great name. Sixth. He's not like, why is this whole group together and I'm the
Yeah,
last one? He's just like loves it. Sixth Avenue. He comes up with the name. And Tucker's like, I'm from New York. I love it. That's cool.
sure. Yeah,
But he's not like, yeah, that's prominent. I don't know why it's Sixth Avenue. Because there are six of them.
because there's 6 of them.
But I don't know. Whatever.
It's odd. Anyway, Tucker tells Quinn that he's going up, but that he isn't the target, which turns out to be true.
This has been talked about though on I think on Rob as a podcast they've used to talk about this. It's dumb to name your alliance after a number because once one person goes home,
I know.
like
I've
the
heard them
Silent
talk
Six,
about this on Rob has a podcast, and it's like you can't bring somebody in.
right.
Yeah,
Well, you can. You just treat it like it's a new thing to them because they don't know anything.
I know, but
But
that's spurious.
yeah, and it's just so dumb. It's not the name doesn't fit anymore after 1 week possibly.
Yeah,
But
it's
whatever.
strange. You're right. All right. Rob has a podcast, baby.
Coming to you
Let's
live. That
from
was
my
pretty good.
apartment. That's what I'm coming to you live from my apartment.
I'm coming to you live from my grandparents' house.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I used to come to you live from my car. Remember
I do. Yeah, that was a while back.
that? When I lived with my mom, I'd
Yeah,
come there from
yeah.
my
You used
car
to do it
because they had
outside.
birds. They were fucking loud as shit.
I know. Henry used to come at us live from his parents' garage.
That's cool.
Yeah,
It probably got cold as shit in there.
it did. Dude, I would we would do a video every so often, and he'd always be like bundled up. Like legit, but like
look,
he'd have a
look,
scarf on.
look like Bernie Sanders in
Yeah,
that
like no
meme
joke,
of
no
him in the
joke.
chair.
That meme. It was him at the fucking inauguration
If it was a meme,
in 2021. All
yeah.
right. Where are we?
Tucker's like asking who were the votes to keep Cedric, and only
Clever.
what's that?
This was clever. He
I
goes
like
to
this.
Brooklyn first. Brooklyn owns up to it. And then he goes to the other two separately, Chelsea and Cam. And
Well,
they
they
both
own up to it, but she tells him the whole thing, like it was us three, and the other two don't really do that. So he's like, I trust Cam.
they tell them a little bit, but they fib a little bit.
Yeah, I did it. I don't know who else. Maybe Chelsea. Who knows?
Yeah, and like that might endear Brooklyn to some people, like she's telling me the truth, but I feel like he took it as like she's throwing her own alliance under the bus.
It could
Like
come off good or bad.
yeah, she's scummy.
I think that's anything in Big Brother, though. If you want something to be good, you can sort of make it good in your brain. But if you want something to be bad and make someone the enemy, then you can do that also, I think.
I feel like you could do that in life pretty much.
I think so too. It's all about perception a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's what
know.
perception is reality. That's what they say.
It's like Jay-Z. You hear about that?
Vaguely.
Someone suing Jay-Z saying he raped a 13-year-old girl with Diddy.
Right.
Right. And Jay-Z responded with like they were like blackmailing me, and I won't let that happen. I'm coming straight out. This is all nonsense, and the worst thing about it is that my kids are gonna have to read about it and shit. So I read Jay-Z's response, and I was just immediately like, yeah, fuck yeah, Jay, because I love Jay-Z. I've been listening to him since I was 12 years old or something.
But these people can do bad things. I don't
No,
know.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Then I thought about it a little bit, and I was like, he's not necessarily telling the truth.
Yeah, he just fired back.
I want to believe Jay-Z, and so I found a way to.
When did this take place? Allegedly.
Like 25 years ago or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not good. It's
No.
possible. I feel like a lot of stuff's going to come out. We might lose a lot of celebrities over the next
to the
few months.
to the Diddy situation.
Yeah.
Could be, man.
Yeah.
I think Diddy might kill himself in prison like Epstein.
Oh yeah, he definitely killed himself, Epstein. He definitely took his own life.
We don't know. I don't know. That's what they say.
You buy that?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I would believe it either way if like they found out the truth or something.
I don't know. I think Epstein was probably killed.
Well, there was that thing where like security cameras didn't capture it, and like there were no security guards like on duty at the time. Like that's all very strange.
I don't know.
You ever watch that movie?
I didn't see it.
There's a movie where she realizes she's like living in an apartment that was once owned by Jeffrey Epstein. There's so much Epstein talk in that movie.
No.
Let me look it up.
I just watched the Aaron Hernandez thing, and he killed himself, and he hung himself in jail too.
I know, man. The Scary of 61st. That's what it was called.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Yeah, I think you did because I'm pretty sure I talked about it on.
I've never heard that title.
Hey, I'm watching here. Oh, okay, then maybe not. The Scary of 61st.
That's too weird.
About Epstein, kind of.
Right. Cool.
We got where are we?
The nominations.
Tucker, right. All right. Tucker tells Brooklyn Quinn's the target. She's honest. Chelsea fibs, Cam fibs too.
He's telling
Tucker,
everyone else is the
and
target.
he's drinking Modelo during that whole sequence.
Oh wow,
And
that's
I was
cool.
like, that's a good beer.
That's pretty good,
Yeah.
Modelo.
hmm Nomination ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
He puts up Quinn, Cam, and Brooklyn and tells us that Brooklyn's the target.
Yeah, he does tell us that, so you have to believe that that's the truth.
Yeah. And I mean, she went home. So,
Yeah, and he used the veto on Quinn, so it seemed like everything he said was
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Julie really tried to hype up like there could be another blind side tonight, but it didn't really turn out that way.
No, no, but
I,
who
I was
knows?
worried though. Rubina at one point was like, I hope Tucker's not mad at me on eviction night. And I was
Yeah.
like, Rubina, you better fucking vote with Tucker. All right, lady.
But I don't think Julie's wrong in hyping that up because that's the fun thing about the AI arena is we really have no idea what's going to happen. It could
That's
be any
true.
of the two of the three configurations of
Good point.
people.
If Brooklyn won, maybe they would have done it. Anyway,
Yeah.
uh she's now sleeping in the bed with Tucker. So I'm gonna need you to send me some of that footage.
Okay. Well, here's the thing with the footage. The there was a, a leak out there, I'll call it, because
Ooh.
it was sort of weird how it happened. Sort of gross when you think about it. I'm sure you won't find it gross because you don't have morals or anything like that.
Right,
But
right.
the person who worked at CBS, like who worked on the live feeds, recorded it like on their phone or something and sent it out in a Twitter DM to like her friends
All right. I'm not okay with that.
and was like this like that's someone that worked there did that.
Yeah.
That's nuts. So there was like a
They
big
must have gotten fired, right?
I think that they were like I haven't kept up with it since it happened, but they were like trying to figure out who did it. But there was like a leak in DMs of like a sex tape of Rubina and Tucker, and they were like, "Get this person fired." That's crazy that they were
Yeah.
doing that.
That's fucked.
Uh, yeah. So maybe it's out there and you can find it, but I know it was in a DM at one point, but it wasn't released morally.
Well,
So,
listen. Here's where my morals are.
mhm.
I think that's fucked up.
But
But
if it's
if
out
it's
there, you'll
out
watch
there, I
it.
will watch it. Yeah. I mean,
uh,
that's how I felt about the fappening. I
right.
remember like I was dating Katie at that time when the fappening happened,
Hmm.
and I was like, I was so gleeful about it. Like I remember she was napping when I learned of it.
Oh no.
Okay, and then like she woke up from her nap, and I was like, the fappening,
Well, first
all
you took
these
your hand out of your pants.
yeah. All these people, you want to see Jennifer Lawrence naked? It's on the internet now. And
Were
she
there any
was like,
men that got leaked?
yeah, there were a couple, but
Okay.
she was like, I can't believe you look. She like, got mad at me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't believe you look at that. That's fucked up. And I
Wow.
was like, huh.
Maybe you thought about looking inward, but then you didn't. It made you
Well,
almost
my
question
my
yourself.
whole thing was like, listen, it's fucked up that there's a picture out there of Amanda Seyfried giving Justin Long a blowjob on a boat. It's
On an
fucked up. That
umbrella boat.
that should never have been released publicly. Never.
But it was.
But it
So here's the
was.
thing.
So
I'm gonna look
I'm
at it.
going to look at it.
Yeah. I can't blame you for that.
Thank you.
That car accident should not have happened, but it did. So I'm gonna look at it.
That's correct.
Yeah. I get it. I fully get it. But
right.
but anyway. So that's
All
the
right.
situation with the sex tape. Yeah.
Looking forward to a Google Fest. All right.
I'm not sure if it's out there. I'm really not. I don't know if it
Shit.
is. But I saw like screenshots.
You know what? I gotta check the BB. Well, I'll wait till after we finish the season. But there's that
NSFW.
subreddit. Yeah,
Yeah, check that out.
they'll always have shit like that.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
All right. Anyway, if it
Wait, after the
exists, it's
season.
there. Yeah,
Wait.
no. I don't want to get spoiled.
You don't want to see like the final two had a gay sex. You know what
Yeah,
like, oh my God.
or like here, winners pussy flash.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah.
Angela. Oh my God.
I remember. Hey, listen, they have no shame. I remember
No, no.
when Suri was on. There was tons of shit
I
with
remember you telling
Suri.
me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I never expected to see Suri fully naked, but I have now.
All right. Good. I stayed away once you told me that.
All right.
I haven't logged on to big that NSFW since.
Well, I haven't done it in a while either, but
Okay.
because I haven't been keeping up.
Yeah, you're like, I don't care if this person, I don't even know that person.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
but now you will.
Episode 17. Chemo tells Tucker about the Pentagon.
Yeah, we learned last week he had a crush on him. It seems like he's just spilling his guts to Tucker because he
I
just has
know.
this big crush on
But I
him.
feel like everyone has a crush on Tucker. Like Tucker's this charismatic dude. Like he's fucking having relations with Rubina, but there's also a clear crush coming from Leah
Mm-hmm.
and a clear one coming from Chemo.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, so he's in a square, a love square.
Not necessarily. He's just got irons in the fire.
Well, they have irons in his fire. He doesn't really. He just has one iron in one fire. Rubina.
That's true.
They're
That's a
they're
good
just
point.
kind of
Yeah,
around his
yeah.
fire,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Boy, oh boy. All right.
Charcuterie.
Brooklyn eats
Oh.
Angela's
Oh, yeah.
charcuterie board. She freaks out. I gotta say, that charcuterie board looked really good.
Really
Like
good.
a lot of the food on Big Brother just looks like whatever. Like even the muffins and Muffin Gate, it was like, how are you getting so mad about those muffins? But that charcuterie board, they really put something together there.
Well, that means the muffins were just cooked wrong by the people. It's hard to you can't fuck up charcuterie. It's just what they give you. So they
Yeah,
didn't
but
really
they
have to.
gave him good stuff.
They
you
gave him
know?
good
Like,
stuff.
listen, you can make a fucking janky ass charcuterie board, pop a fucking sharp cheddar on there, pop a mozzarella, a couple
You like
of
goat cheese. That's your
yeah,
you,
yeah, throw some Ritz crackers. But like they really
that
had
sounds all
some
right.
shit going on. There was some like cured salami. There was some brie cheese. It was nice.
They were
Maybe
like mixing and
there was a
matching.
little bowl of olives going.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Everyone was like, "Oh, this is. Oh, what about this? What about this? Ooh, yeah, good. Look like such
yeah,
a good little afternoon."
a delight. Nothing is better than picking on a charcuterie board, a cheese plate charcuterie board situation.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot better than that probably, but it's pretty good.
Not much. Not much.
All right, not much.
I remember like back in my drinking days, I'd put together like a cheese board, charcuterie, invite some friends over on like a Sunday afternoon, throw a movie on. Maybe I very
They're like, I
distinctly
thought we were gonna
remember.
watch a football game. Why are you
Yeah,
Why are you putting on the
I
Ides of
very
March?
no. My friends don't care about football. I very distinctly remember a bunch of people coming over. We had a cheese plate out. We were drinking and smoke and I think doing edibles and we watched Divergent.
Divergent? You've seen Divergent?
Yeah, that was a great Sunday.
I know you saw Divergent.
Just the first one.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's no Divergent 2. There's only Insurgents. I don't know what it's called. I think that's what it's
It
called.
is it's Insurgent and then Allegiant.
Oh, I added a CE.
Mm-hmm.
Instead
No,
of a
they're always
T.
with a T.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Big T. Just like
Big, I haven't heard that name in a while.
BT's beautiful partner.
Little friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she retired for some reason. She was like, I'm retiring.
I've had it.
That was
yeah.
really good. That reminded me so much of her.
Thank you.
That wasn't even like just like a random UK person. That was like I heard Big T just now.
I
That was
tried
actually
to capture
really
her.
good.
I appreciate it.
That was amazing.
All right. Veto draw.
Yeah, here we go.
We get Mackenzie, and then Tucker is delighted to pull his own name out, and he picks Joseph.
His
The critics.
his critic alliance member.
Yeah. We got Quinn telling Brooklyn that she's the target, but she goes straight to Tucker with that info.
Oh yeah.
And that is just more ammo for Tucker thinking she's a scumbag.
But also, you could think that Quinn's a scumbag because Quinn told Brooklyn that. But Quinn later on goes to Tucker and like comes clean to him like before he even knows. Quinn, he really gets ahead of things. Quinn, he's like can see it coming and like jumps out ahead of it. It's pretty good.
You're right. I gotta say, Quinn with those yellow glasses on was a good look.
I think Quinn has like some of the best style in years. I
It's
think Quinn's
interesting.
awesome.
Yeah. He feels like a poet or something. You'd run into him at a poetry reading.
Seems like a time traveler from the 30s or something.
I feel like maybe that's what a lot of poets are going for.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was one episode. I think I'll send it to you after the episode after it. But he was wearing a hoodie with suspenders, and I was like, I've never seen that look before.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Suspenders over a hoodie. It's interesting. But he
It's
makes
over the
everything.
hoodie.
Oh yeah, like like if I had suspenders on over this little sweatshirt right now. But he makes anything look.
That's pretty good, dude.
Suspenders over the sweatshirt.
Over that sweatshirt, I think that would look good.
I mean, I got it from Quinn. It's not a me original.
Yeah, but like no one on the street is gonna be like,
I wouldn't have to
look
credit
at
Quinn.
that's fucking you're ripping off Quinn from BB26.
But if they
No,
said, "Where'd you get that idea?" I would definitely say Quinn from Big Brother.
fair
26.
enough, but I'm telling you, you're gonna get some. You can go to the supermarket and all the cashiers are gonna be like, "Oh, look at that guy."
At first, they're gonna notice the little dogs, and then they're
That's
gonna say,
right.
"Oh my god, those suspenders too! That's crazy."
I'm telling you, already got it with that sweatshirt, and then
You
the
guys can't see.
suspenders is gonna push it to another level.
Yeah, that's a. I mean, I don't own any suspenders, but I'll go buy. Do you? I don't think a lot of people do.
I don't. I used to.
What happened to
You
them?
know,
How do you
when
lose
I
them?
it's not that I lost them. Like if I moved back to New York, I'd have them again. But
Oh,
like I when I moved here, I just didn't bring a lot.
I think that's a priority. If you own suspenders, you got to bring them when you move.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't want to lose that behind.
There were a few things I like later like had my mom send me in a box.
I left a little basketball goal that goes on your door. I left that when I moved from my mom's. I was pretty upset about that.
Bummer, man. Is
Yeah.
it
I still have the basketball though, but not
is it
the.
oh, it's a little basketball.
But
It's
I would
not
I
like
would just play with like socks or something, so it's quieter.
right. I had a friend who had one of those and he'd play with a koosh ball.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was great. Great fun.
Yeah. I'll just like roll up like some big socks. Play with that.
Roll Tide. Is that Alabama?
Alabama. Yeah.
Someone referenced Roll Tide yesterday and they said it was Arkansas. And I was
Oh, they're
like,
dumb.
I think that's not right.
That's the Razorbacks.
Oh, really?
They're
Okay.
like yeah. But Roll
That's like
Tide.
Sunnydale.
Oh, really?
Sunnydale's the Razorbacks.
It's true. Roll Tide. It's Alabama University. It's the University of Alabama specific. So like Auburn is War Eagle, and then Alabama they say Roll Tide. So
But that's like a famous thing people know about.
yeah, I guess so. It's true.
Okay. Anyway, we got
Hide and go veto.
hide and go veto. Let's talk about it. Now. I didn't realize we hadn't done it in a while. They kept making a big deal like it's a Big Brother classic that we haven't seen in a while. But then they showed a clip from like season 20 of them doing it. So I was like, it hasn't been that long.
Oh yeah, you're right. She shouts out
Brett.
Yeah. But I think that might have been the last time we had done it. And prior to that, I think it had been a few seasons too. It is a season, a thing we don't do a lot.
Great challenge. They should do it every season.
One of my favorite ones. They should do it every season. Yeah.
You know what's great about it is like some challenges I zone out a little bit during like parts of it. But no, like you really have to pay attention to where they're hiding it.
Who's is still there?
Like that's interesting. Then who's is still there? Then them looking through the house and like
any funny moments,
any near misses. It's really good. It's compelling the whole time.
Yeah, I love the reactions of the people when they come out. They're like, "Oh, that person looks mad," or like,
yeah.
"Oh," or
and
like
there's
when
an
Tucker
urgency to it too. Like everyone's moving real fast.
Yes, it's a fast challenge. Everyone's sprinting. It's one of the best challenges ever.
Yeah, it's great. We got Quinn. Oh wait, all right. Brooklyn is out first. I wrote the order of how
you
they
don't care about
found.
their hiding spots.
I would go for it. Mackenzie hid one in a plant.
I mean,
Tucker hid one behind some drawers.
Yeah, I like I always wanted to do Mackenzie's thing of going. I always wonder if there's not tape in the house. Is there
tape?
They don't have tape in the Big Brother house.
I even if there is, I don't know that you can use it to
I would
like
try to get a way to put it under the stairs, like going up to the
someone
HOH.
checked that.
Someone checked that.
Yeah, I
I know.
remember somebody saying I glanced under the stairs.
Okay, because Mackenzie's is back there in the plants, but I always like that move by the
Mhm.
stairs because people are always like sprinting to the back bedrooms and stuff.
True,
I,
true.
it must be a rule you can't hide it upstairs because no one's ever done it. They must say first floor only.
It's like when you play hide and seek with kids, and you're like, "Don't go to the basement." Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that that must be a thing. But
Mm. All
Tucker's
right.
was really good. I was impressed by going like between the two drawers. You had to like
See, that
open them
was smart.
both.
See, Quinn opened up one of those drawers and he was like, "Nah, it's a shit. I'm not gonna put it in this drawer. It's a shitty hiding spot." And but then Tucker did the same thing and like found a little way to shimmy it.
Yeah, I don't know how he did it. How you can get it where they both still shut with it in there. I don't know how that happened
Good,
physically,
good work.
but it did. So yeah,
Yeah. All right. So Brooklyn's out first, then Quinn. Quinn's was bad. He hid his in like his fucking own clothing. Then
yeah.
Mackenzie, Cam, Joseph, Tucker wins.
Tucker wins, and Brooklyn, of course, threw not only Tucker's clothes on the floor, but she's like T-Core's crocheted outfits. Boom, throw them away. That was
Yeah,
fucked up.
I
She
know.
made those clothes. You could easily like rip the threading and pull like that was
It's
really
like
fucked up.
everyone who wronged me this week, I'm gonna fuck around with, and like it's
That's
calm
T-Core's
down.
hard work. I really
Yeah,
didn't like that.
I like T-Core more every week.
Yeah, you're calling her by her real name now. You're
Yeah, no,
showing
and
her more
she's
respect.
earned it. She's earned it.
Yeah, yeah. uh, I don't know what she really did this week.
Well, I just
Probably had a
liked
better week
her.
last week where they flipped the house
Well,
on
for
Cedric.
sure, she had a great week last week, but I just liked her diary rooms and I liked her interactions with the Sixth Avenue folks, and even when the scene with Quinn going up to them at the beginning there, I thought she did well there, and her voice is weird.
It's really weird. I've never heard anything like it. She has
No,
like a
me
blend of
neither.
five different accents. It's
Yeah,
really
it's
cool.
really
And she
wild.
just seems really gentle. I think she's really cool. I don't know.
Yeah, and she's
As
got
a
good
person and a player.
style. It's like she looks cool in glasses. I like T-Core.
Yeah, different frames and
I
stuff.
noticed though. I noticed that Tucker calls her Takor.
Takor. Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
not cool.
I don't know that he's doing it intentionally.
Does he not hear other people talk about her and say her name Tikor?
Some people are weird like that, man. I always notice this about Paul Shear. Like, if you listen to enough, how did this get made? Like Paul Shear, no matter how many times something is pronounced to him, he will always mispronounce it.
You know
He
any
doesn't mean
examples of
to.
that? It's
No,
just
no, I don't.
yeah. I don't know. And I never like Mario when people say Mario.
That's a New York thing. I have to remind myself to say Mario,
Yeah.
like
Good. At
because
least you remind yourself.
my impulse is to say Mario.
That's terrible.
Like but like I only remember to say Mario when I'm talking about Super Mario Brothers because this week I was having a conversation with someone and the race car driver Mario Andretti came up and I pronounced it Mario Andretti.
So there's a basketball player, Mario Chalmers. You'd say Mario Chalmers.
It depends.
He played for
I
the
might
2012 Heat.
I might be able to get myself there, but since Mario Andretti was like a thing from my childhood,
I think I've heard of that Mario Andretti. I think I've heard it pronounced that way too.
yeah.
But
Anyway,
I don't like it.
Tucker's annoyed about his clothes being on the floor. He suspects Quinn,
Yeah.
but it was Brooklyn. All right, veto meeting.
I like Quinn handled it well too. Where Tucker's like, "You didn't even come help, bro," and Quinn was like, "I was cleaning up my room. Like you didn't have the
Yeah.
only mess going on."
Everyone's
Tucker.
shit is on the floor.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty selfish of Tucker, and Quinn really like put him in his place there. Like
Yeah,
I
I
was
kind of
doing my
liked
own
it
thing.
too.
What are you talking about?
You have to talk back to Tucker a little bit. Like it gives Tucker a healthy respect for you.
Yeah, I think that's like you.
You mean like talking back to me?
Yeah, like if you don't say anything to you guys, your ego will just get too big. You and Tucker.
You're absolutely right. Yeah,
Yeah. No, I'm not saying it as a joke.
I have the ability to steamroll people,
Yeah.
and I don't want to.
Oh, you don't want
Like,
to?
no,
Okay, good. Sometimes
I
I think,
want
oh, that Daniel's just doing his thing.
no, not at all. I want people to push back.
Oh, okay, good. Sometimes I just like. Also, I feel like there's a weird thing because I know the listeners, like a lot of the listeners are like just like you, so I just like let you do your thing or whatever. But sometimes I'm like, I want to, but I'm like, whatever. The listeners probably like
That's
it,
fine.
so.
So sometimes I'm doing a bit or whatever. And I'm just trying to be funny, so you know, no need. But like,
What if it's not funny? Should I jump in,
I don't think you
rescue it?
always know what's funny.
I think I'm the telltale guy of knowing what's funny.
Sometimes you think I'm not being funny, but I'm really just doing anti-comedy.
All right, as you said a few weeks ago, but I didn't know
Yeah.
about that until you told me.
Mm-hmm.
But now I've gotten on board.
I'm so glad.
Now the stuff that you say that's not funny is like even funnier than the stuff that is
Exactly.
funny. Actually,
Exactly. That's the point of anti-comedy.
yeah. But you had to let us know, which I don't think is good.
I think real comedy nerds got it.
Mm. That's like me. I
Yeah.
haven't really had to say what is or isn't funny. I just like just everything's funny, or it's not,
You think everything you say is funny?
or it's not, which makes it funnier.
It just goes either way, man.
Who knows?
Yeah. All right. Veto meeting. Tucker calls out the collective and the Pentagon. It's messy.
In parentheses, I hear I says T Core's name wrong. So
Yeah.
in this little speech here, he said Core.
Uh, maybe it's because his name is Tucker. It's like he's Tucker. Tucker.
That's just selfish.
Fair enough, man. Tucker vetoes Quinn and he puts up Chelsea.
Yeah, you three are the ones that voted out Cedric. Your guys are on the block.
Yeah. All right.
Or voted to keep Cedric, I guess.
Episode 18. Chelsea accuses Quinn of feeding Tucker that info.
By the way, before we go to episode 18, I like the end of episode 17, Tucker's DR. He says, mainly the reason I used it on Quinn is because I'm not scared of Quinn. I beat him in every single competition I've been, and that's a good point. Like the reason to be scared of Quinn is Quinn's pretty good at these challenges and he's also pretty good socially. But if you can beat him in every challenge, there's really no reason to be scared of him.
He's no Tucker.
He's no Tucker. Few people are though.
It's true.
But
Brooklyn. Oh, this is where I wrote Brooklyn talks such a big game, but she ain't much. That was my note.
that's fair.
She ain't much.
Yeah.
I was
don't
feeling
say
tired and sassy.
Grandma will faint. You ever hear that?
No.
Oh.
All right. Tucker is spending too much time with some non Sixth Avenue folks, Mackenzie, Cam, and Leah.
That seemed just like Rubina being jealous of
maybe
Leah
a little
and
bit.
Mackenzie.
I'm also like Mackenzie, Cam, and Leah. They're all pretty chill people. Like, if you're gonna be like living in a house with a bunch of people, you can't just hang out with the same 5 people over and over again.
That's why I think it was just
go hang out
jealousy.
with those guys. Yeah, I think you're probably right. But yeah, she really honed in on the Cam thing. She was like, "What the fuck? Maybe he has another alliance."
Did she bring that up to him? The Cam thing?
She did in bed. She said
only
like,
Cam.
She tried to get the target switched to Cam. She was like, I don't know, man. Brooklyn, you know, she's wily or whatever, but Cam's strong. And then like Tucker had a DR, sort of like the one with that you mentioned about Quinn, where he's like, yeah, Cam hasn't won shit.
Yeah,
he is physical, like he's a physical threat, I guess, but he's not winning anything.
Some people do look strong, but they're not good at challenges.
Popcorn muscles, baby.
And sometimes they just don't have the skill set for these specific types of things.
It's true.
Or the mental capacity. But good for Rubina saying get out Cam rather than Leah or Mackenzie.
Agreed. That would have really just looked jealous.
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
All right, AI Arena. We're gonna generate images based on clues. I don't know. Chelsea wins it, and
I thought this was really long.
It did,
and it was just long. You were just like listening to beep 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 beep. You're just like music while these three are running around. It's like holy shit.
I felt like Julie was rushing a little bit at the end of the show. Like it might have taken
Went too
them
long.
longer to figure it out than they thought it was going to.
That's fair. I didn't notice that.
Yeah. All right. Brooklyn does some begging in the house. Um, all right. She gives her speech. She thanks her Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Um, so
Yeah.
that's great. Congrats to Jesus for getting a shout out on Big Brother.
I do think
I
her campaign move is good. I'm a target and I'm going to go after Tucker for you guys. But I think that move has like been done so many times that you can see through it, you know. But also it's true. Like she's not pulling a fast one. That what she's saying is true.
The
But at that
Jesus
point, might as well
Christ thing last night annoyed me especially
Mhm.
because I just finished watching Survivor Marquesas
Oh
earlier in the
wow.
day
Finished. What do you
at
mean finished? Like an episode or the season?
the season.
Whoa.
And there is so much fucking praying on that season. So
Really?
much about Father God and you know Jesus Christ, my savior. It's outrageous, man.
From who? Pascal?
uh Pascal, Nalia, Vesepia. God, when it's just like final two, Nalia and Vesepia, they have nothing in common. All they have to talk about is Jesus. So like
I
that
forget
whole
about
final
Nalia.
day is just them chatting about Jesus.
She's like one of the most forgettable final two people of all
I
time. Don't you think?
couldn't disagree more.
Really?
Yeah,
You think before even this rewatch, even you could have like? I mean,
100%.
I could have if I was naming all the final twos, but if they were just like, I mean, because I would do it in order, I would get to her like eighth or whatever. But she's pretty forgettable.
I always wanted
Also,
them to bring Nalia back. I feel like Marquesas has a couple of missed opportunities to bring
Sean.
people back. Sean, John Carroll, and I would say Nalia.
Okay. Have you heard the story about Pascal?
Oh, that where he fucked that girl in his car and got like disbarred as a judge.
Yeah, that's not very good.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Made me view his whole experience with Nalia differently though.
Agreed, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's tough. I haven't watched the season since then though.
yeah, like no. Like on the season, there is absolutely nothing lascivious about it. It seems
It's sweet.
completely.
It's like a sweet
It's
relationship.
very sweet. It's just like the Elizabeth Roger
I was
thing.
gonna,
Like
yeah.
even that. Like there was one shot when I rewatched Australia where it looked like Roger was checking out Elizabeth's ass,
Oh no, like Donald
and
Trump and Macaulay
yeah,
Culkin.
just like that. And I was like, huh. I wonder. I don't think anything happened there, but there might have
No,
been some sort of a feeling that we weren't privy to. But I didn't notice anything like that in Marquesas. But
it
that
adds a weird
story,
layer
it
watching it
does
again.
it adds a weird layer.
Yeah,
Yeah. Although I think the lady he fucked was like in her 40s or something. It's not
Oh,
like he
okay.
like went
I
after
didn't think
someone
that.
really young.
I thought they were young. So
Hmm. Um, okay. Joe, a couple notes about voting. I
okay,
very much enjoyed Joseph. Who is this?
who is this? That's pretty awesome.
That
Joseph's
was
good.
funny.
Chin bought that one week, and who is this? Joseph's good in the
Mm-hmm.
voting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love tell Auntie Julie
I don't love that
when
either.
Chelsea's like, "Hey Auntie Julie," she's like, "Tell Auntie Julie who you're
Hate
voting for."
that.
Aloha Chemo still
I
cracks me
hate
up.
that too.
And Leah, I wrote Leah cries. Leah was very sad.
Yeah, she was. I enjoyed Angela, who goes so long with her shout outs that they eventually faded out her audio.
She's like halfway out the door too.
Yeah, yeah.
It's I would be embarrassed if I was like there was another house guest here and I was like shout out to this person. I'd be like I would like take a look inward like you earlier. I'd be like, what am I? That's too much. I need to
But
chill out.
it's Angela. That's the thing.
She doesn't
Like
care.
whoever's in the hall behind
I
Angela
think it was
is going
Joseph.
like probably just thinking classic Angela.
Yeah, no, she's who she is at this point,
Yeah.
and it makes her even cooler for it.
All right, Brooklyn's voted out 8-1.
8-1. It was Chelsea. Chelsea was the one.
That's right.
She voted out Cam.
Killer Cam.
Killer Cam. I love that. Yeah. And then her interview, she says Tucker or Chelsea's gonna win, but she's rooting for Quinn. Quinn's her favorite. She says
All
it'll
right.
change his life. I loved that little moment. It'll change his life. That was cute.
Yeah, yeah, that's sweet. She
And
thinks Tucker or Chelsea will win, huh?
but she wants Quinn. Those two were in your top four, along with Joseph and I think Cedric, but Cedric's gone now.
I might replace Cedric with Quinn.
Okay, so Joseph, Tucker, Chelsea, Quinn.
Yeah,
I
those
think
are.
eventually
But I don't.
we
I
gotta
don't
kick
even
people out
think
every week.
Tucker. I don't think Tucker is gonna make it to the end.
Next week we got to kick one person out. We'll nail it down to three people. All right,
All right, we'll do it. It's Tucker. I'll kick him out right now. I'm
Tucker
gonna
should be
say.
kicked out.
I'm gonna say Chelsea, Joseph, Quinn. That's my triumvirate of possible winners.
All right, all right, I like that.
Tucker's just playing so hard. Like he's bound to get a Kathy Vavrick O'Brien.
Who's the person that played this hard, this fast that won?
I don't recall anyone.
Jackson Mickey?
No, you know what he's playing like? He's playing like Vanessa Russo, and that's a third place game, baby.
But Vanessa didn't win a challenge.
And
Tucker's saying, not crying
playing hard, playing hard.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe like remember Audrey,
the trans girl,
and then she had a meltdown under the blankets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was playing hard, but nobody was like winning challenges. I guess Michael was like the one winning challenges this outright so early on. But and he didn't win.
I liked Audrey that season.
Yeah, there was talk about bringing her back, and then she started doing her own little sequester was what it was called. I remember that.
She's responsible for that.
She had sequester going. It lasted a few seasons. I don't know if they ever got money from it or anything.
Definitely not. But
that's right.
It for sure kept going for a while. All right.
By the way, it was going to be a thing this week. Who's the AI instigator? I thought that was going to be this week, but it's apparently not until next week.
Yeah, they set it up again in the Julie episode. So one of the episodes next week is 2 hours.
Wednesday, the second one. But we're only doing the 3 episodes. So 19, 20, 21.
So it's like 4 episodes, kind of.
A little bit, yeah.
The length of 4 episodes, but 3 episodes.
That's true.
Okay.
And all right, that was fun. Still loving the season?
Yeah, it was a great season. It really is. Like, I mean, all the little rivalries are fantastic. Like everyone's going out swinging, Cedric and Brooklyn and shit. Like, even the people I don't like.
Kenny didn't go out swinging. Kenny went out whimpering.
That's true.
He limped his way out.
But even the people I don't like, I like respect how they're playing the game. And even the people I think are bad at the game are good characters.
Who do we not like?
No one really anymore.
Yeah,
I didn't like Brooklyn.
Yeah, you didn't like Brooklyn, but now she's gone. Was she a class act at least, you think?
No, I gotta say that little jab at the very end, that I think that took away her class act status. Yeah.
That was so weird. I'll never understand that.
It was super weird.
I tried to even research it. Maybe you can do it. She is on Instagram. Her name, maybe she has a thing on here of like the jury or whatever. Mrs. Brooklyn Rivera. You can check her out, I guess.
Is there any spoilers on her thing?
I don't know.
Mrs. Brooklyn Rivera. Like she's like, see, I'm a Mrs.
Yeah,
that's my subgroup.
She couldn't get Brooklyn Rivera.
Yeah.
But her family went as Beetlejuice and she went as like the receptionist. I think she looks awesome.
Oh yeah, I see that.
I think she looks really good. I don't know if you guys can.
I see it. Yeah, she does look good.
That's a really good outfit.
Man, someone went as like,
but her husband like
Davis when she pulls her head back like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, really cool.
But like, I mean, like
her husband doesn't pull off.
This is the worst. This is so uninteresting. It's just like her. Here's me with a pot of food. And I'm gonna show you. You put in a tablespoon of
I never liked that stuff.
And you squirt that in. Then you press the pressure cooker and you use.
Usually they'll have like
red pepper
cleavage. That's like big content thing. Cooking, but with like your boobs out.
They like that. It's true.
That's pretty good stuff.
It's so fucking boring though. Hey, look at this. She's trying to cash in on charcuterie gate. She's like, here's a charcuterie board.
Is that her dog?
I'm eating funny. It. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Dog has a wig.
Oh, her dog's being Angela, I think.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's good. I like that. That's pretty cute.
All right. Yeah, that's
They're
it's
good
true.
stuff.
I was all ready to shit on it, but that actually is kind of cute. Um, boy, her husband is looks like a fucking Easter Island statue.
I remember her
All right.
saying like he looked like The Rock.
He
That was like
does not.
those are the things she said. People like to say that.
Yeah, people love to say they look like The Rock, but you know who? The only guy on Big Brother ever to look like The Rock, Devin.
Devin, he really did.
Yeah,
He even liked to say it too, though. I look
he
like The
loved
Rock.
saying it. Yeah,
I think Cody came onto the season like I look like John Travolta too, and I was like, I kind of see
kind of
it.
does. He does look like a young
Or
Travolta.
maybe someone in the cast called him that. But by the way, she was Mrs. America 21 and Mrs. Texas 20. It's very impressive.
I remember I said that on the first episode.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. But looking at the
Yeah,
titles here in front of me, my eyes are popping out of my head. That's pretty good.
impressive stuff, Brooklyn.
Yeah. So there's
Great.
Brooklyn.
I'm happy for you. Oh, look at this. Here's her weird family. They've all got the same
Aw.
pajamas on. They're gonna
I've seen
do
this
like
where they lay on top of each other.
this is disgusting.
It's adorable. The
Ew.
one on
And
the bottom, aren't
they
they
kiss
hurting?
each other like ew. I hate the way they kiss before they
It's
lay
not on the
down.
lips. It's not like Tom Brady with his kids.
Ugh, I fucking hated that. Look, and here's them all dancing in the same pajamas. They're doing a little
Yeah.
dance. Awful.
That's adorable.
Awful.
You hate when people are happy.
I really do. Check out the vid to see some of this shit.
Yeah, yeah, seriously. Or go to her Instagram if you want to give
Yeah,
her
you
the
just check that
views.
shit. You know, don't though. Give us the views.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah. All right, we'll be back next week with more Big Brother.
Big brother.
Yeah. Hey, all you out there, I just want to remind you, love one another.